I was like a professional grade people pleaser. I was raised with the conditioning of putting others first, being over considerate. And I know that Steve and I have had sort of conversations about this because there'll be things where Steve does something. I look at it and I think, oh, but what about the other people? What are they going to? And he's like, I don't think they care. I've had a very heightened sense of pleasing others at the expense of myself. To the point of, I was thinking about this the other day, driving dangerously because I was worried about what other motorists might think of me, which is ridiculous, of course, because they don't even know who I am, probably can't even see me. So, for example, if someone was driving behind me and seemed to be in a hurry or something, I was like trying to get out of the way or driving faster than I was comfortable with because I didn't want them to be upset. So that's the kind of level of people pleaser I was. So there are two main things that completely turned that around for me. And the first is a very quick tip. It's a shift in perception, and it helped me enormously to begin with. I realized that in order to say no, or in order to put my foot down or stand my ground, I didn't have to be mean. I didn't have to upset someone or be harsh or anything like that. I could be kind and polite while also holding my ground. And that was a big thing for me. The reason I'm kind of talking about this topic is because last night Steve and I went to a favorite restaurant, and the last time I was there, they put the reservation for us in a different room that was like a not nice room. And the whole reason we went to that restaurant was to take my son and his girlfriend so that they could experience the beautiful decor and the atmosphere and all of that. And the maitre d' said, we've got you in that other room. I said, oh, but they've come from the UK and we really wanted to share this with them. Can't you move us to that room? And the maitre d' said, yeah, no, we can't do that. Now, a few years ago, while I was still a people pleaser, I would have accepted that and I would have felt resentful. I would have felt frustrated. I would have felt cheated. But I also would have felt like I can't do anything about it because I don't want to upset this person. What I did instead, because I changed those parts of who I am, I was able to actually say to them, I understand that, but this is the only reason we came. So, if we can't have that one, then we'll leave it till another time. And they found a way. They managed to put us in that room. So the reason I'm saying that is because I didn't have to be harsh. I didn't have to be angry. I didn't have to push or anything. It was matter of fact, it was kind and compassionate while still holding my ground. So that piece really helped me to start switching, at least, from being a people pleaser to being able to stop worrying so much about what people are going to think. The second piece, this is the piece that had like the biggest impact, that completely changed that pattern for me, was changing the unconscious childhood references that proved that I was in danger if someone wasn't happy with me. Throughout childhood, we're conditioned in different ways, automatically and unconsciously, and this is going on all the time as adults in the background without us being consciously aware. So what we don't realize is that as we encounter situations, events, circumstances, and other people, unconscious part of the brain is referring to our childhood references, so implicit childhood memories that prove what this current experience means. And then it's triggering chemicals that are causing feelings that cause us to react, respond automatically, consciously. So in the background, what was happening is when I was in a situation like that, where I needed to say no to something, or I needed to express myself or stand my ground or anything like that, or somebody in traffic was behind me and I thought they might be in a hurry, the unconscious part of my brain was referring to my childhood memories where people, my family, my grandparents, my mother would get upset and it felt dangerous. There would be a lot of turmoil, there were a lot of arguments, and I don't need to go into all of that, and it's going to vary from person to person. And so I was, as a child, conditioned to try and please everybody. And then as an adult, as I was encountering those situations and circumstances and people, my brain was referring to those childhood memories and then putting stress chemicals into my system that made me feel frightened to speak out or ask for something or say I don't want to do something that kind of thing. That, of course, resulted automatically in being a people pleaser. Once I changed those implicit childhood memories using the techniques that we use, now automatically I don't have that fear anymore. So the combination of those two pieces, where I can still be kind and compassionate and also hold my ground, and my brain is not referring to the fact that it's dangerous for people to be upset or angry or disappointed or anything like that. Now moving forward, that means that as I think about asking for something or saying no to something or expressing myself or insisting on something, anything like that, or driving, my brain is no longer filling my body with those stress chemicals. I no longer feel frightened. I just feel normal. So first tip, of course, you can put into action straight away. And then for the second tip, check the description of this video. There's a link to another video, a recording of a webinar we did that goes into all the details about the unconscious references, so implicit childhood memories, what they are, how they affect us, a little bit of the neuroscience behind it, and how you can change them so that you automatically change who you are unconsciously, and then the results are automatic. So I hope that's helpful, and of course, as always, let us know if you've got any questions or you need clarification on anything. All right, see you next time. Lots of love. Bye bye.